Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. May the 4th be with you.
I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible is...
So, I am a big Star Wars geek, and I absolutely love, how people kind of have this fun part with May the 4th now. It makes for a lot of fun. It makes for, just like I said, for geeks like me, we just have a great time with it. And I'm telling you, you've got some great shows coming on tonight, a couple of lives. Old Fashioned Ways, Whiskey Corner. So you have Doc and Carlos doing a May the 4th Be With You show. Check that out tonight. Two awesome guys, and you are going to be in for a thrill and a treat. Both of them big Star Wars people. So absolutely loving that. And then, of course, Baker Drinks does stuff on Saturday nights as well. I think they'll be part of the May the 4th Be With You. I'm going to try to pop on to both of those, but I'm actually going to be at a Kentucky bourbon tasting this evening. But I'm still going to try to pop on, at least say hey, and support those three channels because they're just great channels. If you haven't checked them out, check out Whiskey Corner, check out Old Fashioned Ways Plus and Baker Drinks. I am excited for all their growth, and I watch those channels as well, so they're just a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. Neat things happening in the area today. We've got Americus, Georgia, a little distillery out there you guys may have heard me talk about before. 13th Colony, absolutely love them. They're dropping a cask strength bourbon out there today. Man, I wish I could get there today, but unfortunately I can't. I've got to stay very, very local. We've got a family member who's got some health issues, so I'm not. Even though I'm going to something tonight, it's not more than 6 miles from my house, and that way that we can be there to support if a family member needs it tonight. Also at the bottle shop today. By the time this video is dropping, they're going to be having Dark Arts there. One of the owners from Dark Arts is going to be there, and they're going to have a Kentucky Derby bottle there, which I'm planning to get. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they'll have enough when I get there. So I think that'll be really, really cool as well. A lot of really neat things going on in the area as far as the bourbon world. Very excited about that. So if you have the opportunity, visit one of those two locations today. And of course, sorry about that, clearing the throat there. Maple Party Shop. I'd mentioned the other day that we have a local fireman whose son is going through a lot. Sam Delgado is the name of his son. And, I put a GoFundMe, their GoFundMe link in my description. I'll have it in this video as well. If you have the opportunity and you would like to donate, I put out there in the video, anything that I collected in April for, I'm giving out a 2-ounce pour. I'll do a drawing. It doesn't matter how much you donate. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100. I'll put your name in for a drawing, and someone will win a 2-ounce pour of everything that I collected in April. We want to kind of bring awareness to that, and also bringing awareness to another local fireman, Tyler. Tyler Mixon's going to have a bottle dropping at Maple Party. It looks like Sunday. And it's a good times, and the original intent was to have that bottle, proceeds from portion of that bottle go to the fire department, but those are all now being routed to Sam Delgado, the Sam Delgado GoFundMe, which I think is an amazing job. So not only do you have an opportunity to buy a very good bottle, which I can't wait to review myself, but proceeds of that will also go to GoFundMe for Sam Delgado. So a lot of neat things in the area going on here if you happen to be a part of the area. Had a blast last night just in the chat with Whiskey Wisdom. It was a lot of fun watching the Whiskey Shaman on there last night. If you haven't checked out either one of those channels, I would suggest checking them out as well. Saturday here, like I said, I'm going to be in this area, this weekend and stuff. Even though I'm going to go to something later this evening, we're not really leaving the area. We got to kind of stay in this area. So looking forward to, like I said, checking out tonight, kind of doing a Kentucky Bourbon tasting theme. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. Tomorrow, I'm going to be dropping a video for Memorial Day pours. I did this last year, and I think it's very, very important that people, Memorial Day's hard on a lot of people. Memorial Day is to take the time to reflect on someone that paid that ultimate cost. So last year I had a couple of bottles that I put in for that. I had a George T. Stagg and a 13th Colony Double Oak last year. This year I'm going to have a Pappy 13 Rye. And then I'm also going to have the 13th Colony 15th anniversary, which was donated from 13th Colony, which we'll be using for the pours for Memorial Day. So I'll put something about that out tomorrow. Like I said, I think it's, if you're reflecting and you're taking the time, I would love for someone to have some great pours while they have that time. And I want to get it out there early enough to make sure that these get in people's hands in time. So I'll be posting that video tomorrow. And now to drinking. So, as we know, I've been to ShortBarrel, and I ended up picking up a lot of bottles at ShortBarrel, and they have all been fantastic. Now, this one right here is a American straight whiskey finished in rum barrels. It's coming in at 134 proof, so it's got a little bit of a bite to it. At least you would expect that. But let's see what we got. I actually got my bottle shop Glen here today. That was just serendipitous, I guess, because I'll be swinging by there later today. And that nose has got a lot of nice sugars on that nose already. So the color is a deep yellow, kind of an orangish color there. Beautiful color on that. See what we get on there. And I always like to coat the sides of my Glen very, very well because I really believe that helps me with nosing. May not help everybody, but it helps me with nosing. It also gives me an opportunity to see what the legs of this thing are going to look like. And man, these are slow developing legs, which means that I'm expecting something that's going to be pretty oily and pretty viscous. So they are just taking their time to form now. So you're getting some of your standard fares that you would get from a bourbon. This is more of a brown sugar than I would say a caramel. You're getting some of those nice rum notes in there that I really like. But you're getting your vanillas. You're getting some of your oak in here. So some of your standard fares that you expect from a bourbon. And I don't know what the mash bill on this is, but I'm getting some different rye notes on here as well, which I like. I tend to like high ryes. Getting a little bit of tobacco on there too, so I'm kind of getting some rye notes to go with the brown sugar, some of the oak, the vanilla going on there. A little bit of a fresh herbal note going on there. So there's a lot of different things going on there. And so, like I said, this is an American whiskey that was done in rum barrels. And this one is actually a part of the 6-pack that was a drawing for the Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, that $5 above, every month I do 6-pack drawings. Plus every week I do a sample drawing for the Patreons. This is one of the bottles that's in that 6-pack. So absolutely killer right there. There's something on the back of this that I just can't identify yet. Let's see if I get it on the palate how it goes. Wow. I would have never guessed in 100 years that this is 134 proof. This is drinking way under proof. It's got a nuttiness and a char and a little bit of a chocolate on the back of it too. More of a And when I say bitter, I don't mean it in a bad way either, but a little like a bitterness from a dark chocolate on the back, but more like a powder than like something super super sweet at all. Man, this really surprised me on the palate. I was not expecting this to kind of hit me like that. I was expecting it is sweet, but I was expecting a lot sweeter. But it has this nice back end funk to it, which I really like. There is something so unique about this bottle that it's just killer for me. So it's 134 proof. Doesn't drink 134 proof. It's got that buttery, creamy type of thing. But then when you get to the back, it's totally different. I mean, it's not like a sweet bourbon or a sweet rum, but it just kind of has this savory funkiness to it. Like I said, kind of a nutty, bitter, dark chocolate thing going on. I say it's about a medium finish, just a tiny bit of warming in the chest, but it's drinking like it's 100 proofer. I mean, I've had 100 proofers that drink a lot hotter than this. So for the proof on this, this is drinking outstanding. Man, I'm very, very interested in what the people that won these samples thinks of this. So Prentice is getting his today. The others will be out Monday. I'm going to ask him if he would crack this one and tell me what he thinks on this one, because this one's just a unique experience. And that's one of the things that I kind of crave now is I want something that's going to hit me a little bit different from time to time. Sometimes you get into different modes and you're like, okay, I got it. I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting this. But I like something occasionally that I can say, I want to try something different. This is something different right here. Definitely enjoying this. I'll have to ask Matt from Whiskey Wisdom if he got one of these as well. Because we both a lot of bottles. And I'll have to ask him if he got one of these as well. But definitely a fan of this. When I do go back up there, I don't know when it's going to be. If they have some available, I will be buying a backup bottle of this. And these aren't cheap bottles. This is probably $115 bottle if I remember right. But I had a lot of pours that day too. But I would pay that again for this just because of the uniqueness of this. So very very neat there. Wanted to shout out and say thank you to a couple of people. Rye 3 right here. This is that 16 year. This is their light whiskey. This is coming in at 135 proof. Wow, yeah, 135 proof. Buddy Chris was able to pick this up for me out of the Class 6. He had mentioned they had it there. I said, would you pick it up for me? He did. Reimbursed him for that. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm a big American light whiskey guy. And Rye 3, I'm interested to see what this one's all about. Randy Lalonde, my Cajun, got this awesome bottle right here. JT Mellick, it's a rice whiskey out of Louisiana. This is going to be their standard offering. They've been doing a lot of single barrels, but this is coming in at 118 proof. This is their small batch. So I am looking forward to this. I'm actually going to bring this tonight to that bourbon tasting along with a couple other bottles because we don't get it in this area. And I really liked it. When Chris and I went to, let me turn that a little bit better. There we go. And when Chris and I went to Spillway, we got to try some of this. And we were like, oh, this is really, really good. Of course, I can't find it here. But now we have this bottle here. I'll try it in the tasting night. I can't wait to do a review on that. So Chris and Randy, thank you so very much for that. I absolutely appreciate it. Man, it's going to be a beautiful day. A little bit of cloudy and rainy here, but the weather's nice. Going to have some great conversations with some people today and later tonight. Going to cook up some good food for the family. Going to do some beef tips and rice and some veggies. So looking forward to that. If you happen to be working today, I hope your workday goes by fast, and I hope you're successful and bring great energy to everything you do. Remember, you're the one that sets the tempo for things in life. I tell this to my kids growing up because it was something that was always told to me. You're in charge and you dictate how things go. You're the one in control of how you feel. No matter what goes on in your day, you're the one that controls how you feel. So I'm hoping that you're feeling great, and I hope you bring great energy to everything that you do. When you're off work, I hope it just dials it down a little bit. I hope you have an amazing time with friends, family, for yourself. Maybe you're going to go, watch the live tonight, the May the 4th be with you lives, which I'm going to be checking in on. Or maybe you're going to go to something for the Kentucky Derby. Or maybe you're just going to sit at home and do something you wanted to do for yourself. Invest in one of your hobbies, invest time into yourself to do some things that you need to do. But most importantly, all, cheers and God bless. You all have an amazing day. Thank you.